Welcome. I'm Chris T. of the Inner Buddha, and today we're talking about the prophets of God. This little guy here, he's a prophet of God, and so is the woman who made him. So, to understand this, we need to recognize that God is all that is, the fundamental reality that persists behind our thoughts and perceptions. God gave rise to us and everything around us. Inasmuch as we contribute to the goodness of God, we profit God. Profit. We make the goodness greater. Now, I think you can recognize that if all of us were profiting God, well, this would be a glorious world indeed. And the ancients knew this. They told us that once we understood their teachings, we would make a heaven of earth. And indeed, that is the case. So there are two types of prophet. This little guy here is a prophet of God, Profit. And he came about because the woman who made him found discarded articles of clothing. She took these pieces, which would probably have ended up in a trash heap, and she turned them into something beautiful, thereby making the world better, or profiting God. Her choices resulted in a net gain. And she actually goes out of her way to find these little articles of clothing and turn them into beautiful, tiny teddy bears. She then brings these bears around with her as she does her shopping and so forth. And when she sees a small child, she'll tell them how good they are and treasured and offer them a little bear as a memento of their wholesomeness. Now that touches the child's heart and the heart of the parents and grandparents or anyone else who is aware of this beautiful act of kindness. The result is more profits. Profits actually abound in the presence of this lady. Why? Well, she is constantly profiting God, and therefore she is a prophet. Prophet. Her choices better our world. Now, when we understand prophet in that term, we can see that there are prophets of God all around us. Some of these are great prophets, and some of these are just getting started, but everyone who profits God or makes our world better contributes to the success of our society and the fulfillment of the end times prophecies that say we will unite heaven with the earth. We'll make a heaven of our earth. Now, there are, as I said, two forms of prophets. So we have the betterment of our world, which can be spelled prophet as Prophet or Profit. These are both betterments of our world. But then we also have false prophets. And it is illness, I''ll''ness, within our world, or illness. That is the cause of false prophets. You see, if we're looking around in our world and we say, oh, I want that, and we bring it over and yes, we make something good out of it, it would seem like we have achieved a profit. Our world is better, at least for us. But the question is, what did we do to attain that gain? Did we better the world? Or did we result in a net loss? You see, if we decided we wanted minerals from the world, and we went out and we hacked and slashed through all sorts of stuff to get those minerals, well, yes, we might better our lives, but we've resulted in a net loss in the world. If everyone did this, we would sink into oblivion, wouldn't we? Certainly that doesn't work. Well, then we have the authentic prophet. If we wanted the minerals and extracted those, but then took the time to repair the earth so that the result was in that gain, well, that is the betterment for all. That is an authentic prophet. As a company, we might want to make a few extra dollars. So you know what? We're just going to let that pollution spew out. Forget about the scrubbers. We're not going to turn those on today. I don't need those. Pumping out all this pollution, creating sickness in our world, the result would be a net loss. We might have a little more money, but we haven't profited God at all, have we? That is also a false prophet. As you can see, our world is filled with authentic prophets and false prophets. And I'm sure you'll recognize that if all of us were authentic prophets, a heaven of earth is exactly what we would have. The world would get better and better and better to levels we can't even fathom today. And that is the future foretold. We have the wisdom to build it now. It comes in the fact that every one of us can be an authentic prophet. We just need to look at what we do and ask, is this a betterment in our world? If the answer is yes, proceed. And always seek the whole sum of wholesome when profiting. For indeed, it is that moves us forward. I have more to share, but for now, please like, subscribe, and circulate this video among those you love. I'll see you soon in the next video. Namaste.